You said that you felt a little bit like you let people down, and I didn't know if you felt comfortable to elaborate on that, like where those feelings were coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to end the film this way. I still feel like for some reason, like the story isn't maybe what people wanted. The deal was we had $100,000 and roughly a year to complete this project. It got hard.
Hey, we're ready to rock and roll here if you're willing to go.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay, great. All right. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. I'm really excited about today's program. Today we have a couple who is building a house out of a shipping container, something that I think a lot of our audience will find fascinating. And welcome to the show, Ryan and Brooke.
As a high cost of living puts a strain on more and more people.
Soaring rents in the metro area.
First-time home buyers are going to have a very difficult time.
They'll be facing eviction if the prices continue to rise.
I didn't realize how hard laying block was.
People have gotten this idea that McMansions are American.
It all starts with a 20-foot-long steel shipping container.
And you put it all together yourself like a piece of IKEA furniture.
This has been my little, love project.
Brooke and I decided a while ago when we first met that we wanted to build our first house out of reused and recycled materials. We do want to do something environmentally responsible, but we also want to conserve our money. So we'd love to be off the grid, but right now we don't have the finances to do so. Our thought is that if we can be an example to other small families of how to build their first home in a cheap way, we'd like to pass that information on. This will be our kitchen. So our fridge will be here, our sink will be right here, our stove will be right here, and our spiral staircase will be where Brooke is standing right there. Right here will be our master bedroom. This will be our walk-in closet.
I can envision it, but not like Ryan.
Yeah, I can see every piece. I can even see the outlets.
We're a little bit behind where we wanted to be. We would say we're about 2 weeks off of our ideal schedule. But by Christmas, hopefully we'll have a foundation.
Yeah. We'll have a 40-foot container at the back, and then we're going to build a window wall on top of that. The concrete slab that we're going to pour in the center will be like our living space, so that'll be our living room and our dining room as well.
There once was a house well contained. Its happiness was real, nothing feigned. You must come to see it. The love of 3, so be it. A warm kitchen and garden well maintained.
Ryan, Brooke, Soleil, may the sun shine always here and your home blossom.
We're having people write just loving statements about our first home, and then we're going to be burying them underneath the footer. The intention is to build our home literally on love and joy. All right. Yeah, almost. Yo, there's the first dig. Construction's underway. Thanks to Soleil. We thought it would take a day, and it's taken 4.
He's super intense. I have to take breaks from him.
You can get wrapped up in it, and then it becomes a total pain in the ass. And I don't want that to be how this is.
nervous about this?
But yeah, I've never poured a footer. So, and we don't have anybody here that has. So this is totally new to all of us, and we've done a whole lot of work here, and we're kind of keeping our fingers crossed that we don't screw things up.
May you see lots of rainbows and love endlessly.
May your home be full of joy, love, sunshine, puppies, and unicorns, Megan and Bo. Hi, there's one house well contained. Actually, let's just put them in. It was a long week. I'm very, very glad that we're done with the concrete. It's time to go grab a beer and head to bed. I like adrenaline. Everything else seems to disappear when I'm on a mountain or in the water. I was a snowboard instructor, and every New Year's at Sugar Mountain, they do this thing called the torch run. Basically, they hand out military-grade flares, and then you ski down the mountain, and it looks like there's a big snake on fire going down the mountain. I had had too much to drink, skied straight down the slope, full speed, and head-butted the corner edge of the electrical box and put a big old hole in my skull. And when I fell in the snow, I fell in the snow with my head in the snow, and it constricted the capillaries and kept me from bleeding out. I didn't really know what I was doing anymore. All the plans that I had kind of got thrown up in the air. Decided to just be open to whatever came my way, and I met Brooke.
Our lives got going together really quickly. When we found out we were having a child, we weren't really in the position to have a child. And so when she was born, we were on like food stamps.
There were like a lot of things up in the air at the time, and me and Brooke had a really deep conversation about, you know, do we want this to be the real deal, or do we want to just kind of call this it? And we both agreed that we loved each other too much to just let it go. Oh, wow. Thank you, Soleil.
Thank you, Soleil. I love you. That's really nice of you.
Soleil told me what to say, and I wrote it down. You want Dada to read it?
Let's see. Wow, look at all the pigs. That's awesome. Dear Dada, Valentine's Day, cow, sheep. I love you because you are fun. I like you because of bumblebees.
That's what she said.
Awesome.
Mwah. Happy Valentine's Day.
I got you a couple of shipping containers.
I'm warning you, they smell really...
They smell like mulch. This wall right here is going to be chopped out. We'll be looking over a freestanding bar, and we'll see the living room.
They're definitely beat up, but compared to the other 7 we looked at, they're significantly better.
Now that we've welded together one of the frames and we've put the window frame in it, it's way easier for me to see how it's going to look when we actually cut the hole out and put it in.
trolleys open and that coming through, it's not really a shipping container anymore. It's in a house. So we are over budget and we're trying to figure out how to bring it back.
We're gonna get this house done. It's gonna be a beautiful house when everything's said and done with. That's the goal here, is to have a beautiful house.
What's been the hardest part of it so far?
The whole house?
Yeah.
I think we're in the midst of the hardest part of the whole process. I think relationships, that's emotional ties, are hard things to deal with, you know.
It is 9:30, getting ready for the final stretch of the day. And usually we'll just, hi Ryan. This is the first time that we usually see each other after going to work and working on the house.
It is really hard sometimes though, at the end of a busy day, to be done and then come inside and realize you're not quite done yet. Like,
we've updated the blog every day except one. The response to the blog has been so much more than we could have ever imagined it would be. Maybe it's just hitting a chord. I mean, we're just a normal family and we just want a home. We want a little place to grow some food, raise our kids, have fun. It just seems like everyone should have a place that when all of their actions into the world start from a really inspiring place that they call home.
Lots of people go dumpster diving for food, but we're going dumpster diving for building materials. As far as the constructing our house is concerned, we're literally counting pennies, you know, and so any extra materials that we can score out of a dumpster that somebody else is just gonna be, you know, throwing away, why not? Oh, nice. It amazes me how much waste that there is. And there's so much stuff in there that we didn't take that somebody could still totally use for something. And that's like one of the big things that we're trying to get across with this house and share with other people is it's totally possible. It's not something that's far out of reach. It's something that we can all be a part of. We can all reuse, we can all recycle, we can all repurpose items that would normally be wasted.
Once we decided, we're just going for certificate of occupancy, really unfinished house in a lot of ways. It's like, oh, okay, that takes care of budget. We're good to go. And then, oh shit, it's $75,000 to move in. It's not super depressing, but it is a little bit like, dang. Our goal is proving that affordable housing is possible, and so it felt like not only were we personally struggling to make this happen, but our belief that this is possible is being challenged.
So, Lay, do you like the goats?
I
I just like the air here. It's like, it smells so clean. You know? I've kind of been brought up with the repurposing, reuse mindset. My parents were always reusing and repurposing things or passing them on to someone else so that someone else could reuse them. So it's just how we were brought up. Yeah, and now we're kind of passing that on again, right? So, can you say recycle? Recycle. Yeah.
To be very comfortable, we probably could use like $10,000 to finish up what we need to finish and move in.
We've still got finished the plumbing. We've got insulation. We've got drywall, and then we've got the siding. So we started up the fundraiser to see if we could raise enough money to finish the house. And we were able to raise a quarter of it. So that's a lot to us.
So you have the 2,000 from the fundraiser. Mm-hmm. So how do you think you're gonna get the other 6?
Well, we've got $4,000 that we've been saving up for Soleil's college fund, and I think we're just gonna use that. We've also got $2,000 that my parents had been saving for us for if me and Brooke eventually did have like a real wedding, to be able to do that. And I think we're gonna use that too.
We wanted the move-in date to be August 7th because that's Ryan's birthday, but I think I'm gonna have to get him a t-shirt instead. Technically, the last day of September, that's like the technical cutoff. The day is September 27th, my birthday. And it looks like for my birthday, we have running water. There's still so much to be done at the new house. But once we got our certificate of occupancy, we just committed to a house that's unfinished but completely livable. Hopefully by midnight tonight, we'll be out of this house and busting a move. You're building this thing and you love your plan and you think you know what you're building and how it's gonna feel, but you really don't until you're there.
May our presence here. Be a blessing. That stays forever.
For me, the home was definitely a coming together, and I think it was like our best selves actually that came together for that time and that project. It was just like a really great adventure. That year was a great year. It was challenging, but we did it. Almost a year to the day, we built the house. And then when we moved into the house, it got hard.
Once the house was completed to a point where we could move in, there weren't any real fires to put out. Brooke definitely had more time to reevaluate, I guess, our relationship. She just wasn't happy.
I think the irony was that when we had the safety of this home, what it actually provided was like a safe place to, start our lives, but not together. I live in a different part of town. Our little bedroom. Also had to keep building, so built Soleil her lace teepee.
It's been really hard. It's been hardest months of my life, you know? Was it worth it? You know, like you're in the most dead of your life and you've built this thing with someone that you're not with anymore. Yeah, it was, because I proved something to myself. This is our footprint on the earth. It's a big deal.